afford the boat. So he offered me $5,000 just for the dinghy, and I said no. The dinghy goes with the boat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, it's got a Scotty mount and everything. You can fish on it if you want to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's like the Cadillac of dinghies.
Can't get a good picture.
And you said you had all the, I guess, the props and
Everything was down there.
paint was all
Paint, yeah.
bottom paint and everything?
Yeah. And what are those things called that they clean out? Anodes?
Anodes.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
nice.
the sacrificial anodes.
Yeah, they were nice as well.
And this has the square chines there, Liz.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. See how it's squared off on the back end?
That's so it doesn't. Remember, I was asking you about them on the phone.
See,
Because
I'm a greenhorn. If you ask me anything about our Sea Ray boat, I can tell you anything about that boat. You ask
How
me
do you
this.
tell? Just from seeing that.
Well, where it comes down, usually on
goes
the
like
older
this.
3270s, it goes rounded like that. But you can see how it goes down and then it's kind of
Straight.
square.
Yeah.
It does round off down by your trim tabs and everything, but that's just, and it's only affects it in following seas. So if you have the wind behind you and the
Yeah.
and the waves are breaking behind you,
Yeah.
it tends to cause the boat to wallow
Well,
a
they
lot.
do. Like my sisters doesn't have that.
Well, every boat does,
And
especially
it
these.
rumbles. Like when you said, does it rock and roll?
All boats rock and roll. Even big Navy ships that I
Yeah, that's
Served
what
it.
Liz was saying that you were in the
These ones don't have a back door either.
No. But I phoned you guys have been great. You guys have this big marine. It's big here. It's big here and it's back. We were going to Okay, so all this part here, this is all brand new.
So
right?
that's the riser. And
This
you
is
said
the riser, right?
Yeah.
So then down here is part of the riser down here too, right?
Yeah.
So when he took this is all brand new, but when he originally took it off, they told us the risers have been done. So when he was working on the boat doing like all this hoses and the exhaust hoses and the fuel lines and everything else that he did, he took this apart to look at it.
Yeah.
And I said to him, have they been done? And he said, no, Trace, I don't believe they've been done. So what he did is the bottom piece of the riser down here, they took it to, because we bought these are called the mixing, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
I'm not a mechanic, sorry. Their mixing thing is on the top, right? So the bottom piece
Yeah.
is about, what did he tell me? $2,600 each to replace, right?
Yeah.
So what they did is they took them off and
Yeah.
they sent them over to A1 Radiator and they pressure tested like the metal to
Right.
make sure it was solid or whatever. So the bottom piece is a piece of steel like this and then it's got an arm on it, right?
Yeah.
So the one was fantastic, no issues. The second one had a hole in the little arm. So the guy said to me, you could have lost an engine if you'd have gone out and like gone on a great big huge cruise
Yeah.
and that had failed,
It failed.
your engine would have been done.
Wow.
So anyways, we fixed everything. And like I told Liz, we have receipts for all the work that was done.
Okay. And they didn't take apart any of the mana cooler at all, or the manifold
Well,
cooler.
the guy that did the mechanical inspection when we bought it, he did.
Yeah.
And that's when he told us that they had been changed.
Oh, okay. Because I know an aftermarket thing is what they do is they put ceramic liners in them just
I've
to.
never seen that. My
but-
sister doesn't have that on hers and we don't have that on ours.
And when he had that off, did he check the turbo
Yep,
cleans and
yep,
everything? So
yep.
made sure that they were all cleaned
Yep,
off and
everything's
not
been
corroded
done,
and
yeah.
all that stuff. Wow.
And like another thing too, like I came down here the other day and there was like some pink fluid. So I took a picture of it and sent it to my mechanic and I'm like, what's this? And it's out of that. Whatever that is. It's something to do with the steering, this thing here.
Oh,
So anyways,
steering fluid?
so when he came down here today, he tightened it all up again because he said maybe I didn't have it tight enough. So anyways, he did that, cleaned up the bilge down there. So and then I got mad because you see right down in here where the bilges are, Tim?
Yeah.
If you put your, actually, Liz, can you just go right down here in the aft and you'll see a little flashlight? Yeah. It's right there on, like, by the window. Yeah, perfect. Oh, it's all dirty. He got it dirty today when he was here. Lovely. It's brand new. Okay. Yeah. I got that at Walmart, actually. So you see
Alright.
down there where
Yeah.
the bilges are, in
Yeah.
between those two yellow things. Okay, so when he
The
was
valves, yeah.
so when he was down here today, there was about this much water, which he says because there's a drip thing, he says it's totally normal.
The dripless seals.
Yeah. So he said that there was
The
this
dripping
much
seals?
water, and on the top of the water was oil, and it was from when they did all the oil change, like they had a spill, right?
Yeah.
So I said to him, well, "Why didn't you clean that up? Like, why am I as a customer with a $7,000 bill telling you?" So anyways, he went back to his truck and got all the oil pads and cleaned it all up.
Yeah, I
today.
see there's still a pad down there.
Yeah,
I
there
think
is.
yeah.
So you can take that and go down and have a better look if you like. But no, I'm pretty.
And I see there's a little, there is still water in there, eh?
Yeah, but he
Coming
says
through
that
the
that's
seals?
normal. He says if you don't have water in there, you have issues because he said that they drip and
Yeah, you don't want them too tight, otherwise they'll seize up
that's
and
exactly what he said,
wreck the shaft.
right?
But if they're too loose,
But I was
then,
pissed
then
off.
it really
we paid all
flows.
that work.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they, brush that off and paint that off?
Yeah.
I think when you paint stuff, you're covering something up.
The batteries. So there's 2 house batteries and 1 start battery, or is
Yeah,
it?
I think
Yeah.
that's how it works. Yeah.
Liz? Can you pass me that light?
I got it.
Ah, thanks. Oh, this one looks good too. And the manifold looks. Cooler it looks totally different.
It's what?
Did you say the manifold they redid, or are they?
No,
Cause
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the engine mounts look good. Like all the other ones we saw, the engine mounts, they look all rusted
Yeah.
because they've been sitting in a swamp.
Well, like
I guess.
I said, we got the mechanical survey done, and when we got the survey done, when we bought it, we were happy with what it was. It was the best one we'd ever looked at, so that's why we bought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Will this hold my weight?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no blisters on the hull or anything like that, right? Like, Rob's pretty pinicky about what he's buying.
Yeah, I wonder if they when they took these out, if they rebedded them, because that's what causes the corrosion. Is they had a little rubber liner on the bottom, and then they used staple guns,
Oh yeah.
and it's the staples touch the aluminum on the tanks, and it caused its galvanic action. It's like a battery because the
My sister has original tanks and hers are fine.
and hers are fine.
She's never had an issue.
Yeah. Did you ever find that website? It was called the 32XX
Yeah,
site,
yeah.
and it says here's all the things
Yeah.
that you got to look at
Yeah.
and everything. So,
There's some things that I agreed with, and
Yeah.
there's other things that I was like, this is ridiculous.
well, they're just
That they've actually taken all the black off. The black peels, I know it's peeling a bit up at the front.
Mhm.
You have to redo.
Oh, on the windows? Yeah. You know what? You just take a little bit of a sand.
So here we are. This is the machinery space, and you got the heater there.
Okay, what
The
was that?
furnace.
Sorry?
I guess this is the through hole that's on the side here. Is that the
Yeah,
one?
you can see it. It's all got all white stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's brand new.
Okay.
And then all the hosing and all that stuff is brand new too.
Yeah, it looks really clean.
So I don't know when he'd be able to come. That we looked at.
go. Looking in. Really nice, nice shape. And nice top.